Welcome to the shortest banjo podcast ever, the COVID sessions, where everybody holds a banjo, and if they don't have one, they have to play air banjo. I have never met nor seen the act of our guest in this episode, Malissa Carmaxx, apparently with two X's. Floyd, the guy that used to cut my hair, said that she was hilarious, so let's see what happens. Malissa Carmaxx. Malissa, how are you? So good to see you, ladies and gentlemen. This is Malissa Carmaxx with two X's.
It's a lovely day in God's America, Kirk. It's just a lovely day. How are you?
I'm good, Melissa. Carmaxx.
Correct. With the two X's.
Two X's. Yeah.
I wanted to be a little sexy. So there's two X's. But I didn't want to do three X's because that would indicate a pornographic lifestyle, and that's wrong. So I did the two.
Melissa, you look familiar to me. And I mean, your name is totally, I mean, I know a lot of Melissas. I don't know any Carmaxes. But you look like someone very familiar to me.
You might recognize me. I was the third runner-up at the Midwest Hoarders Girls International Convention. I won third place for Fried Pickle Girl, but actually I won first place. It was actually a rigged election, if you will, and I lost. I got third place. I filed several lawsuits that did not get granted, and so I am the third place. That might be where you recognize me from, Kirk.
The pickle. You're the pickle girl.
Fried Pickle Girl, yes.
So you're the double X fried pickle girl.
Correct. It indicates the winner is the one who can carry two baskets of fried pickles on their breasts the longest. And I walked approximately 3/4 of a mile, and the other girl had a missing leg. And to be honest, I think they gave that to her, and that's why she won.
If a pickle was in legal trouble for some reason.
Well, I also hold the most record of DUIs that someone can have without being executed by the state of Michigan.
That law is in existence there.
Correct.
Still.
I was able to get out of it, though. We hired a lot of lawyers, and they were going to pick the firing squad. But anyway, we got through on an appeal, and but I still have that record, and I'm not very proud of it, but it is quite a conversation at Christmas dinners. So I thought this was a show about stand-up comedians.
It is. It's supposed to be. I thought you were a stand-up comedian. It's about oh, by the way, where's your banjo? You were supposed to have a banjo to be on the show if you're a stand-up comedian.
They don't issue those to citizens in the state of Michigan, so I currently do not have a banjo.
Okay, then you're going to have to, as you know from the contract that you signed, you're going to have to play air banjo.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
All right, so hold your hand up like you're holding a banjo, and there you go. Okay, now we're going to play Uncle Pen. You ready? Let's go.
Ready.
Bling, say bling, 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 bling. Make the sound.
Bling, 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 ding, 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 bling, bling, ding, 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 ding,
Okay,
ding, ding, ding,
okay.
ding.
Stop. Okay. So when did you first get interested in stand-up comedy?
I got interested in 2015 when there was a certain shift in the political arena. And I started working clubs in and around the Midwest. And I, for a number of reasons, have not been doing so hot here lately. it's been a substantial income loss. You know, when I was doing stand-up, I would get upwards of $25 a month. And when you have to have all organic lipstick that is $60, you know, that's a hit. That's a hit on the income. You did see me on TikTok. I was on a viral video. They called the cops. I was screaming at McDonald's employees that it was my right to take a dump in the ball pit. It was my constitutional right to have a constitution, no, in this ball pit.
Okay. I don't believe that, because I would have seen it if it was a viral video of someone taking a dump in a McDonald's. It's a good idea, but I'm just saying it hadn't been done, including you.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine.
All right.
Okay.
You're just a liar.
You probably know me because I was on the campaign to remove affirmative action from the Girl Scouts. I don't want some little 1/8 Navajo child trying to outsell my kids, Cayston and Brixton Lee, who worked their asses off to sell those Thin Mints. I don't want the 1/8 Navajo girl to outbeat them because she's Navajo. It's unconstitutional.
You're about the worst person I've ever.
Thank you.
Can you paint like a picture, a verbal picture of the style of comedy that you do, or if you do any political comedy, what point of view do you take there?
What it really boils down to is the tolerant left doesn't want to hear conservative comedy. That's what it boils down to. That's what it boils down to. I had a great joke about how all Mexicans are rapists. I had a great joke. And would you know, the last time I told it, they started throwing things at me. And to be honest, you know, I learned a lot of tactical skills for the Revolutionary War, the Civil War that is coming, by learning how to dodge things, you know, in those comedy clubs. You know, one man threw a shoe and it actually connected in my face. But after that, I've been more vigilant about people throwing things at me. But it's mainly, I blame the tolerant left. I think that the tolerant left probably tells the audience ahead of time that there's a conservative comedian, and they choose to not laugh at me.
So that's the tolerant left?
Yes, Kirk, that is the tolerant left, not tolerating me. And you know, Kirk, I am banned in several clubs throughout the Midwest because they call me things like racist and tell me that I have a general shitty disposition, and they say that my breath could strip wallpaper. This is the tolerant left telling me these things, Kirk.
Did you grow up with a dictionary in your home, Miss Double X?
No, sir. I grew up with the Bible.
Are you Tammy Faye Baker?
I wish.
Tell me one club that I would recognize that you have worked before as a comedian, as a stand-up comedian. Because I'm just going to tell you, I think something's going on here, and I think I'm being duped just with some ridiculous scheme about you being a comedian just to get airtime. But I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that out loud yet. Where have you worked before?
To be honest, Kirk, I'm not even really going to tell you where specifically, because I don't think you deserve that information. But I just want to say I work in a lot of clubs where, let's just say that the audience members are very proud to be here, if you catch my drift.
Are they boys?
Yes. The problem is that people don't want me on their stage because I am a white Christian, and nobody is being persecuted more right now in the history of America than white Christians. We are under attack.
Has there been, did you have a lot of shows canceled because of the pandemic / they hate Christian comics?
I had them canceled before the pandemic,
Oh.
but let's just say the pandemic sealed my fate as a comedian.
You're
because
done?
suddenly I can't even go get banned from a club. And if I can't go tour the country and go get banned, what's the point? With this hoax virus shutting down clubs, and I refuse to wear a mask. I won't go in one because they want me to wear a mask, and I refuse.
You mean at the club? You won't go in a comedy club because they make you wear a mask?
Not now, no. I won't go in one. They tell me that I have to wear a mask and I can't sit with my friends, which I don't have friends. But if I did, I can't go sit with them. They said I have to wear a mask. And I said, no, I'm not going to go in. Yeah. So that is why I only play in the clubs that are underground. They're full of the proud people that I spoke of earlier.
Yeah. Have you been banned from any clubs yet because of you won't wear a mask? Have you been banned? Have you been banned?
Four or five? Four or five, yes.
4 or 5. So 4 or 5.
I'm not going to name them for legal reasons.
You don't have to. I'm just wanting to keep a tally because, you know, you've been robbed and we need the numbers down here. So 4 or 5 for the mask. How many how many have been banned from because of your, you know, QAnon crazy shit that you do in your jokes?
A couple dozen.
Couple dozen. So that we're up to about 28 now. How about how many have you been banned just because of your personality and you know you're not funny?
Oh, that one hurts. Probably none. I actually am pretty funny, but it goes back to the tolerant laugh. They won't, you know, laugh at my jokes.
Oh, I understand. Yeah.
So I actually am really, really funny. You know, sometimes I go to meetings where, and I'm not going to say where, but you know, there's a lot of people in white hooded clothing and they think I'm hilarious.
I know who you are.
Who?
You know I know who you are. Why don't you tell everybody what you've done? It's just like you're, you know, you're kind.
Okay.
This is Melissa. This is Melissa Carone. She signed an affidavit. Did you?
Yes, and I said if I lied, then I would go to prison. Yes, Kurt, it's me.
I was mocking your words. I know it's you. Coming on here. Melissa Carmaxx. I'm calling Floyd right after we're done. That sumbitch, as soon as he gets back from the Stop the Steal rally, he was headed up there to Washington.
You know what, Kurt?
Are you proud of what?
My life was ruined because of my speaking out, because of my speaking the truth. My life was ruined. I had to delete Facebook. I had to delete Twitter. I had to delete Parler. And I tweeted about this yesterday. Had you not known it, if you didn't read my page, I tweeted that my life was ruined.
Well, Melissa, I want you to reflect on how many lives you may have ruined with your behavior challenging our democracy.
I don't think I mean, I don't really care. Sorry, I only worry about, you know, I only worry about me. And I know that, like, you know, I caused a big scene in Michigan, but I was telling the truth, you know, that this election is rigged, that China created this virus. And now they're saying that Rudy Giuliani has COVID. No, he doesn't. That's a lie. Like, I sat next to him. They said he farted on me twice. I didn't hear anything. I think that they photoshopped those farts. And even if he did fart, I didn't smell anything. In fact, I have not been able to smell a fart in a week and a half. Mm-hmm. I think this is all just a hoax. And to be honest, I'm only concerned about me. I did do stand up.
I
Okay.
don't. You mean
As me.
as
As me.
you?
But yes, but
What's
I
your
went
has
by
your
my
name? What has your Melissa Corone or
okay.
Corona?
That day I went as Melissa Corone because when I go get kicked out of a Gucci on Fifth Avenue, they know me as Miss Corone.
Yeah, I can see how you would get kicked out.
So I did do stand up, okay? I did as Melissa Corone. And what happened was I had a great joke. I had a great joke about grabbing women by the P word. I can't say that word. As a Christian, I can't say that. But I had a joke about it. You know, Donald Trump can say that because he was anointed by God himself to be president. Ergo, he has the right to do that. I was telling a joke about it on stage, and this man took his boot off and clubbed me in the face. And I woke up the next day at a hospital, and apparently nobody saw a thing, which is just illegal.
I'm just gonna treat you like you're a comedian. I don't know why, but I'm gonna treat you like one. If you, as a comedian, had to assume an animal's persona to do your stand-up act for the rest of your career, what animal would that be? And that means you have to wear the whole costume of the animal and get in its point of view. And you think about that, well, I drink about 8 fingers of bourbon just to get over what's happening right now.
I think that's a pretty easy answer, though, Kirk.
What is it?
I'm a God-fearing Christian. I'm a God-fearing woman. I'm a proud Trump supporter. I would be a bald eagle. I think I would represent the true America on every stage I went to if I was a bald eagle. I would fly in there and they would say, "That's a patriot." And they would salute me as they go and get another red stripe at the bar.
How would you make that bald eagle funny? Because see, you're supposed to be a comedian. Do you have pickle
I don't
juice?
need to be funny. I don't need to be funny.
Is there some pickle juice bothering you or something?
Oh yeah, I have acid scars on the tops of my breasts from that day, and they kind of itch sometimes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So anyway, what was your answer there?
I don't think I need to be funny because truly, right now in America, what we need is peace and love and unity, and to murder the liberals. And I think if I swooped in as an eagle, people would know that I'm here to unite them as a nation, bring us back to where we used to be, where, women could marginally vote. And women, didn't really have much to say. But I do think, like I said, peace, love, and kill the liberals.
Yeah, that would make life easier, wouldn't it?
It would. Oh my God. It would. Oh God. It so much would.
Yeah,
But we can't do that, because Joe Biden stole the election. And he's actually, I don't know that we can do comedy in a socialist nation. I don't really know what socialism is per se, but I do know that it's bad.
You probably support the Stop the Steal effort that's going on nationwide. Is that correct?
That is. I do think we should stop the steal. I think the steal has been coming here for far too long from China. Why do we have Chinese steel? Why can we not do what we used to do, which is mine the steel from the coal mine, from the mountains of Appalachia?
Okay, no.
Send those what?
No, not.
What?
It means it's about the election. That people think that the election has been stolen from
that one. That
yes,
steal.
Stop the steal.
I got all kinds of information on that one.
I'll bet you do.
I was there. And I took an oath that said that if I lied, I would go to prison. Did you? I took an oath, and I saw what I saw when I was going to check in with my probation officer. I saw white vans pulling up with boxes that said Biden votes, don't tell anybody. And they were just loading them in by the van full and just counting them and counting them. They had dead people that voted. They went to these cemeteries, Kirk. They went to these cemeteries and they unearthed dead people and took their squishy little rotten hands and had them push the buttons on the machine, and they voted. They're going to lie about that. They lied about it. I saw it with my own eyes.
So you saw all this with your own time. Now listen, I was watching the news that day, and I remember seeing that it was really rainy and blustery up there in Michigan, wasn't it? Which, was great that you were out watching in that weather. But your glasses probably got all full of rain and stuff. You had to take them off, clean them. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Take your glasses off, would you? Just for a second. Tell me how many fingers I'm holding up.
China?
No. How many fingers am I holding up on my right hand?
Oh, I only prefer 2.
This is okay. This is not a proposition. I want to see if you can see this far. How many fingers do I have up?
5.
Okay. No. Go ahead and put your glasses on. You didn't see any of that, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Corona. Huh? No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did. I saw a bunch of white vans. Only one of them said Qdoba on the side.
Okay.
I don't know what the other one said.
Well, you were looking at the wrong van. So you didn't see there was no election tampering going on. It's just
if you say so. I think you're part of the deep state. I refuse to believe that most of this country did not vote for a man who called Mexicans rapists, who has allegations of rape himself. What you don't know is he is the most anti-rapist person that there is. He is so anti-rapist that he has like several lawsuits about it to prove how not rapist he is. That's what a lot of people don't know. The Muslim ban, I refuse to think that most of Americans didn't want a Muslim ban. What you don't know is that Donald Trump was actually born a Muslim in the country of Islam and then converted to Christianity. He didn't want any more Muslims to come here because he just wanted to keep the peace. He just, he's very sympathetic. He just wants them to stay, from where they're from. And then, I refuse to believe that the country didn't want to vote for a man who put kids in cages. Well, you know what? What they don't tell you is that those cages were actually in the middle of Toys R Us's. That's why they went out of business, because the federal government bought them all, and that's where they put the cages. But they don't tell you that in the mainstream media, do they?
He's a racist. He doesn't like black people.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He's the least racist person in the room wherever he goes. Wherever he goes. He has said nothing racist. Ever. Including the first day that he announced he was president. Nothing. And we tell people, we go door to door and we try to spread the word of God, and people are so rude.
Yeah. Yeah. What is the literature you're handing out?
If it starts off with if you suck a dick, then you go to hell.
Oh, yeah, that's on the big signs that you have when you're going up to the door to knock on.
Yeah, people need to know, if they engage in oral sex of any kind, actually, you go to hell.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get saved, you can get saved and you can get baptized, but if you do that, straight ticket to hell, bud. I prefer to be the good person that I am on this earth. I will be shaking hands with Jesus, and I look forward to it.
Well, good. Is he a white man or a black woman?
Kirk, don't be silly. He's a white American Republican with blue eyes.
Person, with blue eyes. Yeah. I think I'm smiling just because when you get so frightened about something and you just want to, the nervous laughter, that kind of stuff. That's what this is, because it's about America and you're actually real. So you're real.
I get that scared when somebody tries to explain something that they call facts, which is like liberal media, duh. But when somebody tries to give me a fact, I get heart palpitations and my armpits get spicy.
Were you homeschooled?
No, I was I went to public school until I was 15, and then I dropped out, and I started working at the carnival, but not like as a barker, but I would help empty porta potties.
That's good. Did you have to train for that? Probably not.
No. Oh no, they just said, here, touch this, and then the shit comes out, and just catch the shit.
Catch the shit and put it in the truck. Yeah.
Sometimes my shoes would get full and they would make fun of me and say that I was full of shit. And people still say that. And I don't know why that nickname has followed me 20 years later.
I know. What? Did you ever clean your shoes out?
I mean, if there was a water hose nearby, occasionally. But, like, who has time for that? People who've never met me tell me that I'm still full of shit, and I think that that's rude. Like, how did that nickname get out?
I can't imagine. But what you might want to understand is that, see, literally you had shit all over you, but they're meaning it as not irony, but they're describing what you're saying as being not credible and of value, like shit in your shoe.
All of you all said that I'm not credible, and that's bullshit. That is bullshit, because I was able to get my credit score up to 640.
Well, I guess I'll say thank you, Melissa, for being here tonight. Melissa, for when you were here. What's the matter? What is it?
There are liberals at my door to talk about socialism. They have socialism pamphlets.
Okay, Melissa, that's stupid. That's just ridiculous. Liberals don't walk around preaching about socialism. That's just you're having AOC toxicity syndrome.
Don't say that name.
I know, that's the problem that you're having right now. So I want you to take something from this tonight. I want you to take that you're a horrible human being if you actually believe everything you say, because this country has an honest election system, and it's given to the people to choose who their leaders are, not a wacko bunch of militia boys in Michigan with a pin-up hopeful as a spokesperson in a scam courtroom, with a failed, humiliated past champion of the country after 9/11, now nothing but a sad hunk of sweaty mascara, with a lying, idiotic, blonde, now brunette woman claiming to see things she didn't see.
Well, that's why I got a tattoo on my ass that says "Made in the USA."
Katie Bevins, everybody. Thank you.